What's up guys, ZiSotto here, and today we're taking a first look at Baron Samedi. I know I'm a little bit late on this, that's unfortunate because we just couldn't get on the PTS earlier. At first I'm gonna quickly show you what the abilities look like. I actually have all of them on instant cast, so I'm gonna quickly put these two here on quick cast, so that makes it a little bit more obvious. Alright, that is his 1. That's his 2. It's 3. And then we have the ultimate. Alright, so you've got a very quick overview of what they look like here. I will talk about them in a little bit more detail now. I am not exactly sure what to level on him first, as the 1 has a little bit more damage, but the 2 has a little bit more sustain along with it. So I could really imagine both being helpful. As such, really can't say yet. He's got a pretty crazy kit, that's for sure. His 1 is basically these 2 laser beams. I would call them, yeah. And what they will do is they will just deal damage normally after a short wind-up, which you can see here. But you can hit the full wave with them like this, so it's not too bad. The second projectile does 15% damage if the first one hit. Not getting the kill here with the dot. Nope. His 2 is... Alright, what we should talk about with this 1 as well is that the fact that if you use the 1 and the target is above a certain hysteria level, which is his passive, then the target will be, I think, let me check what it all was. It slows the attack speed, it lowers the power, yeah right, the magical power or physical power by 30% and the attack speed by 30%. And I'm gonna go with a little bit of a wonky build here. Don't concern yourself too much with that. What you can see here, also part of his passive, is the chalice that I have, which is basically a multi-pot for 150 gold. It's a super cheap multi-pot, and that is all that his passive is. So 2-part passive, very, very strong in my opinion. And especially this chalice is going to be very good due to being a low-price multi-pot with various extra effects. Through a quicker heal than other chalices. I think other chalices are 25 seconds and this one is 20 seconds. And quicker mana sustain as well, obviously along with that. So pretty decent. So for the 1, you have this reductions, you have this crossbeam, and you can kind of adjust the crossbeam depending on the distance of the target, but it's also jukeable due to the fact that it has some wind up. You can see that the 2 has some wind up as well. But what happens now, very nice that we get this in this very moment, is that I have the skull on top of me, and that is the hysteria. The hysteria leads to abilities having additional effects on me. When any ability is used against me, it will have an additional effect. We had that with the 1 already, we can move on to the 2 here. So the 2 is... How do I explain that best? The 2 is a bit of a support ability, I suppose, is what it is. It has some extra healing attached to it, aside of the normal damage. Which scales up in terms of percentage as well. I hope the description is a little bit better now. No, unfortunately still not. Here's like 50% of your missing health, or the enemy's missing health. That is still not in the description. But you have that part. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly take this Ares here. And then you have the heal, and you have a cleanse / movement speed increase if the enemy is above a certain threshold of hysteria. So that's the hysteria bonus for the 2. It can also only be used on guards, obviously, like all the hysteria effects. What you can also see here, by the way, is how cool this basic attack animation is, well, like literally throwing his weapon away at some point of it. And then we have the 3, which is, I think, not even working on minions at all. I'm going to test that on the next minions that I get, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't do anything to minions whatsoever, as it is a projectile that will latch onto an enemy, slow them, and then root them. And if the target is above the hysteria threshold, yeah, it doesn't do anything to anyone but Ares here. Let's use the ultimate here, let's see how well that works. Oh, it actually works through the beats. That's pretty rough. So even with beats you can still get hit by this. No, missed that. Okay, back to the 3 for a bit. Yep. Beats is not enough. Definitely not enough to get out of that. That's... I don't know if I like that. That hurts. And the fact that there's like no counterplay to it like every other ability, oh well. But yeah, the 3 we had that already, it bounces to the next target when it's finished. Okay, Ares, calm down there. Oh, now he calmed down. You can see, now I should get the movement speed increase. No, I don't. He should be above Hysteria, I'm not quite sure why I'm not getting the movement speed increase. That's a debuff on him, but apparently only that part works. Strange. This is actually the Hysteria that was on me, okay. Oh, here we go. That's the movement speed increase and slow immunity. That's what I wanted. And the ultimate itself, as you saw, is kind of basically a Hades ult pull. That's what it comes closest to, at least. But what it does along with that is... Maybe we should not go this on. Maybe what we actually want here is some solid CDR, actually. What it does along with that is it has a stun for somebody who gets sucked in all the way, which deals a decent amount of extra damage along with that as well. It does some health percentage damage, and it also increases Hysteria quite drastically. And if the target is above the Hysteria threshold, then in this case, that will increase the pull speed. So, yeah, this guy is pretty crazy. I think between maxing the 1 and 2, the 1 definitely has better poke potential, but the 2 seems to be okay-ish for clearing. I think you can hit the full wave, depending on how you place it. So it's definitely not bad either. Here you see the snake going above threshold, so I'm not sure if it would bounce in this case if I kept going with it. Can get Ares here though. Okay, well, mine did a lot more damage there than the enemies because mine wasn't interrupted the same way. Oh wow, I still almost died. Because mine went on much longer, whereas I basically interrupted the enemies ones way quicker through the stun, which, you know, may be an upside or downside depending on if you want to get more damage or if you want to get the stun off and the instant damage. So I may have taken more damage overall anyways. I'm not entirely sure what it was here. Just gotta back out a little bit. I don't want to die. I just want to heal up on that Ares. Which works decently. It's not the best heal, but it's definitely manageable, you know. Definitely not the worst either. As you see, the second projectile really not doing that much damage compared to the first one. The first one is the big deal. You can kind of hit the full wave with it too as well, so his clear is definitely gonna be very dominant. Gotta keep in mind that we're starting a level 5 healer, so this is not the normal situation. Oh, he's smart with Hysteria now, so I'm gonna get the snake as well, which is rough. But this we can live with. A bit of a wind up on the 2 that I think you definitely need to get used to. If you don't, then you're basically just gonna miss that a lot. See, it charges up for quite a while. Maybe as long as Nox 2 roughly, I'm not entirely sure. Haven't played Nox in a while. Has some funny sound effects as well, actually, when you use the potion here. I don't know if you just heard that, but a bit unusual too. I'd like to try something. I'd like to see if the 3 actually works on minions. Not minions, sorry. Alright. What you can see as well is that the cooldowns on this guy are incredibly low. So that's something worth keeping in mind as well. He can really spam his stuff, and that's without even having my Chronos Pen and finish. So this is gonna be even worse later. I'm wondering if... Yeah, you can kinda hit the back minions with both beams and the front minions with 1, which is probably how you want to clear most of the time. And that way you just get, you know, a little bit of extra pressure on the back archers, which are the majority of the damage, so that helps for sure. Ah, oh boy, hit by the snake again. No, it literally does nothing to the minions here, so I'm expecting it does nothing to the jungle camp either. I'm not sure if they actually heal me like this. Nope, I don't think they do. We're just gonna get Chronos Pen and see how fast we can spam stuff here with that. How much of an impact that really has. I think what's been recommended by Hi-Rez so far was like a hybrid bruiser kind of build, and I can definitely see that being very useful for him, as he does not have any escapes, and the only one is super conditional, being the movement speed / slow immunity. So you really want to have something for that, and by having at least one ability, having at least one item that kind of compensates for the lack of an ability of that kind, you can kind of make up for it a little bit. But yeah, you can see now, my snake literally just went off on cooldown. That's crazy. I think the cooldowns are going to be the big deal of this guy. I would go as far as saying that maybe you should consider just going straight into Chronos Pendant on this one, even though I was not a fan of that in previous seasons. Chronos Pendant is a lot better now, and on this guy it definitely makes a huge difference in terms of how much you can spam away an already spammy kit. And if you can like slow lock people, that's obviously very, very helpful. Does the cooldown of that go down as well? No, luckily not. That would have been actually horrifying, so I'm kind of glad it doesn't. And you can see, you know, just spamming that kid away. Let's see if I can kill someone like this. Yep, I can. Pretty scary stuff there. Whoa. Almost got. It's a bit unfortunate that he can only heal up on guards. So that's gonna make his sustain a bit more limited. Opposing to your usual sustaining from minions and from guards. So he's not a super sustaining guard, but he's gonna have a solid amount of sustain in team fights. I'm not actually sure if Ethereal Stuff is a great item for him, all things considered, as it only procs ever so often, now that I think of it. Every 10 seconds is probably too slow for him with how often he can use his abilities in general. But yeah. I definitely think like a more raw power oriented build could also be cool. Thinking along the lines of Warlock Staff for sure. Just a great item on him overall. And oh boy, the movement speed drop really helped there. Oh. Oh, if Ares kept walking down there, he would have actually marked as well. But, oh no. Now we get Ares instead. Dot's also pretty potent here, so that works too. So I'm gonna go quickly through the voice pack here as well.
Oh yeah, nice. There's the spirit. Come now, child, dance with me. Dance. Don't go dying too quickly now. I need time to dig your grave. Your life is at a crossroads, and I control your destiny. Papa Legba said he made a voodoo doll of me. I think he's pulling my leg. Who is Voodoo, and what did he do? A joke, huh? Let me think of something hysterical.
Absolutely fantastic job on the animations here as well, and I want to show you the backing animation as well, which I think is really, really cool. If you haven't noticed it more times before. Where he just jumps into his coffin. So, I mean, I could go on with the lines here a little bit, but I think...
I am the party.
It's a good one. And I heard the defeat screen is actually really cool as well. So I will see if that's true. I'll find out. I saw a sneak peek of that. So we're gonna surrender this one here. I think you've seen enough of the kid by now. I definitely think he feels very fun. I'll balance aside. I think his cooldowns may be a little too short in the long run. May need some work there. But his kit feels fluid, it feels synergistic, it feels fun. And I think this is one of the best releases we have had in a long time. And with that, let's look at the defeat skin really quick. Gotta have some wait time here. But I'm very, very positively surprised by how well this guy turned out, considering we kind of knew what he was going to look like before. They really invested a lot into that in many ways. which I think is really cool. Now we just hope that we don't get stuck here and actually get to the defeat screen. Because otherwise... Oh, there we go. Oh god! Okay, that defeat screen was absolutely worth it. That was definitely 100% worth it. Good. With that, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope this was an interesting first look, regardless of the fact that it was very late. Sorry about that again. It just didn't work because the play button was grayed out for every day. See you for the next one tomorrow. DukeSloth out.